Good morning, children. Hope you all are doing well. I am Kusum, back with your social studies lesson. In this lesson, we will be doing second part of the chapter, the Constitution. In first part, we have done what is Constitution. Constitution is a rule book or law book of a country where we learn how to govern our country. Yes, children, see on the screen, what is this? This is national emblem of our country, which says Satyameva Jayate, which represents truth and honesty. And truth and honesty both are important element of our constitution, of our law book. Is it clear, children? So the constitution means this book contains the fundamental laws and guides us about our fundamental rights and duties on how to take care of our country and how to live in our country. Our constitution is the longest constitution of the world and best constitution of the world. Children, here in this lesson we will be starting with the preamble. Preamble means an introduction. Preamble means an introduction. And here we are talking about introduction of our constitution, of our Indian constitution. Yes, children. So, the preamble of the constitution means it is a short introduction to the constitution of India. Means what this book, the constitution, the book of rules, the book of laws, what is there in the book, this preamble tells us. Now, see here on the screen, in this there is a set of guidelines for the citizens of our country on how to represent principles of the constitution. This we have already done, children. Yes, the preamble means an introduction of the constitution. In this, there is a set of guidelines for the citizens of our country on how to live in a country with equality and respectful manner. Children, before I start with the explanation of the preamble, I want you all to be clear with the meaning of few words like sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. Let's start with sovereign. Sovereign means supreme ruler. Nobody controls us. In that case, we are the owner of ourselves. We are having authority to take decisions. So, sovereign means a supreme ruler or having independent authority to govern state. Govern state means govern country. Here state means country. So India is a sovereign country where we are having authority to take decision. Who are we here? The public, the citizen of the India are we here. So here we decide what we want, when we want, how we want. No other country can rule us. No other country can dictate us. Here we have the supreme power of taking decision. No external power can dictate us. So children, I believe sovereign is clear to you all. Now let's see next word, socialist. Before I explain this word socialist, I will like to tell you children that secular and socialist are the two words that added to our constitution by the 42 Amendment Act of 1976 during emergency. Amendment means change to improve, change for the betterment. So these two words, secular and socialist, has been added to our constitution by the 42 Amendment Act of 1976. Now come to this word socialist. Socialist means having social equality and financial equality. It means wealth generated socially should be distributed among the people equally, among the society equally. Now see, wealth generated socially should be distributed equally among the society, means equal pay for equal work. For example, suppose you are paying 50 rupees for riding rickshaw for a 5 kilometer. So you have to make it sure that whoever is riding rickshaw for a 5 kilometer, you are paying them 50 rupees. Not more than this, not less than this. Is it clear, children? So this is called social distribution of social wealth. And government regulates the rate of property. Government regulates the rate of land and industry so that everybody in the country can afford according to their status. So rates of land and industry should be regulated by the government to maintain the social and economic equality. So I believe, children, this is clear to you all. So children, next word is secular. Country does not have any official religion. Means country respect and practice all the religions. Country protect all the religions, and citizen of the country, public of the country, country free to follow religion of their choice. Nobody can force them, nobody can bound them to follow their religions. We all are free to decide and to follow religion of our choice. Is it clear? So a country says, I have no official religion and I practice all the religions with respect and I protect all the religion. So we all are free to follow religion of our choice. So I believe secular is clear to you all. Let's see next word, democratic republic. Democratic republic means country is ruled by the people who are voted to power. Voted to power means whom we have elected, our ministers, our leaders. So democratic means where we have authority to choose our leader, and republic means public is having supreme power. Yes, where public is a ruler. So in India, we, the citizen of India, decide or elect our leader or minister by elections. We give them authority to decide what to do, how to do, and when to do. This power we have given our leaders because we have chosen them to lead us by election. So they are accountable to us. Okay, children. So indirectly, who is ruling? Public is ruling. How public is ruling? Because public is electing, the citizens of India are electing their leaders, their ministers, who are acting or working for them, taking decisions for them on their behalf. So here we are having the power to elect ruler and we decide who will lead us. And our rulers are accountable to us. Our rulers are accountable for us means they are responsible for their act and they are supposed to give justification of their act whenever we ask them. And if we are not satisfied with them, we are having power to change them. So our leaders, our ministers are bounded to act on behalf of us and act according to us because they are accountable to us. I believe, children, democratic republic is clear to you all. Our next word is justice. Justice means just behavior or treatment. Children here remember, in our country, everybody, all the citizens, all people should be treated fairly and honestly. We are free to vote to the person of our choice. Nobody can pressurize us. And we should get equal opportunity to earn our livelihood. So we are free for choosing our leader. We are free to earn our livelihood and we should be treated fairly. Okay, children? And it is Constitution's responsibility. In short, it is our government's responsibility to fulfill our basic need of fooding, clothing and shelter. I believe justice is clear to you all. Let's see what is our next word. Liberty. Liberty means freedom. Freedom of thinking, speaking, writing. Or in short, freedom to express ourselves. So, liberty means we are free to express our emotions, our feelings or ourselves in front of everybody. We can keep our view in front of everybody. We can, whatever we can think, we can write, we can speak, we can, worship any god. Nobody can pressurize us. But only the thing we should keep in our mind, that we should not hurt anybody's emotions. Whatever we are thinking, writing, speaking, and the way we are living, it should be morally right. Is it clear? Let's see what is our next word. Equality. Equality means we should be equal before law. Nobody can discriminate us on the basis of our birthplace, status, that means rich or poor, on color basis. Is it clear, children? We all are equal in front of our law, before our law. And the last word is fraternity. Yes, children. Fraternity, a group of people who are sharing common profession or interest, means that an idea on which we all can agree, we all can act upon it. And fraternity is a group of people who share common interest. Is it clear? And it gives us the feeling of brotherhood and it promotes unity among our citizens. So I believe, children, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, justice, liberty, equality and fraternity is clear to you all. So, united we stand, we all are one family. This is the feeling of fraternity. Is it clear, children? So we all are one family and we always united and we stand together to save our country and to make our country beautiful place. Is it clear to everybody? As we all are clear with the meaning of sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, now we can talk about the preamble. Preamble declares that the citizens of India have taken pledge to make India sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic. The objectives stated by the preamble are to secure justice, liberty, equality for everybody in the country and promote fraternity to maintain unity and integrity of the nation. So children, let's read the preamble of our Constitution. The Constitution of India. Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution. So children, basically preamble declares that how we can make our country a beautiful place and safe place to live, where everybody in the citizen can feel safe and secure. Yes children, so this is what about our Constitution. Children, government or not government, actually our Constitution. Our Constitution lists some guidelines for the government for ensuring the welfare of people, where they can make sure that in our country everybody is in good in health and happy. They all means everybody in the country getting equal opportunity to grow, and they all are treated fairly. For these things, our Constitution has provided some guidelines to the government that they have to follow. Is it clear children? So we will see what are those guidelines. See on the screen, our Constitution lists some guidelines for the government to ensure the welfare of the people. These guiding principles are called directive principles of state policy, means the guidelines which government are supposed to follow for the welfare of people. Those guidelines are called directive principles of state policy. Let's see what are those guidelines. This is just for example. We are having many. I have taken 3 only. Everyone's basic needs should be fulfilled. Means everyone should get proper food, clothes to wear and roof, that means shelter. So everybody's basic need of fooding, shelter and clothing should be fulfilled. Second one, every child get proper education and food, means child below 14 years are supposed to go to school for basic education, not go to the workplace for working livelihood. Is it clear? For working for their family and making money. They are supposed to go to school for education. And the next is everybody should get proper medical help. That means if anybody, doesn't matter if he is rich or poor, if they are not well, they should get proper medical help, proper treatment, so that our country can be a safe and secure place to live. Yes children, so I believe preamble is clear to everybody. Thank you dear for listening me. Take care, stay blessed.